There you go. And this is tape 3, and I ain't even got the patience to do one more. So I'm just gonna time it. After that, I'm just gonna shut up and go to my bed. But it's too late to be doing this, but I kind of just wanted to do a video today because it's Friday 22nd and I like how that number looks. That's it. That is it. I just wanted to do a video today and get started with what will probably or hopefully be the first of many videos. Before I waffle on too long, I wanted to share some ideas that I have, and a lot of people keep telling me the same stuff. I'm probably going to impact people with my words. I should do something along the lines of presenting or mentoring or facilitating or starting groups. And generally I get told to participate in podcasts, and even growing up I used to like debates. Everyone went to youth club to play and interact. I went to debate people, so something was probably going on there. Yeah, I'm the dude with the South Park clip that all of you keep viewing. I just uploaded it for reasons it seems are very different to what's being interpreted now. It seems this just seen as something comical, which it is. I was more trying to focus on the aspect of disposable black bodies and death. So along the lines of Frank Wilderson or Tommy Curry. But I'm glad that video's got, I think, 10k views, or maybe even more. Didn't see that coming. It was just one of those random things uploaded. But yeah, there's a face. I don't comment on that video because I don't know, you probably won't like me if you hear what I'm saying. You know what? Bun this guy. Whatever, but I'm here just to share some ideas. I think I've just wasted a good amount of time already. So I'm going to go through these notes. Yes, I have a BlackBerry. So shut up and enjoy. And I'm filming this on a Samsung. I saw the price of an iPhone and I thought to myself I could probably buy 2 laptops with that. So I'll stick to the Android. I haven't even got an advanced Samsung. It's pretty basic. Matter of fact, this whole setting is pretty basic. You know, I've got my job pictures. Malcolm. I had to get this one in because I tend to get banned and blocked a lot. So I'm going to get in some rainbow love. So if anyone accuses me of anything, I'm going to say, hey, I'm down with them. Yeah, this is me anyway. People find me interesting for some strange reason, and I guess I'm in some respects a walking library. I literally had to write that down, and I was thinking about the song Walking Trophy by Hood Celebrity. So that's the male version of Walking Library. So this is my box. I can't even call this a home. It's a domicile. It's a cube, a block, which I'm stuck in for the time being. So get familiar. There's my Pan-African flag, but if I get raided or anything, I'm going to pull that down and take out the Union Jack, and also point out this one just for safety. What else have I got here? Now I've got all of these pagan symbols, idolatry. I've got more queerness. This is again, if anyone says hate speech, I'm going to be like, no, I'm upholding British values and countering terrorism. More evil African stuff as well. This is too much NHS stuff, and I dropped out of NHS. The fun part was going on trips and all of that. But you know what? I think what should irritate me the most about NHS, I don't know if I should even say this, oh well, I was trying to be and the people just weren't on it. Maybe I'm clapped, or I don't know what it is. But yeah, that was irritating. Everyone's here with this high, idolized, lofty rhetoric, and the basic needs or wants and desires ain't taken care of. So I'm like, I can't even engage with you lot. At one point they even meant to let me the black officer, and I'm like, this is cute, we ain't really dealing with this business. So once we taken care of this, then we get to that. That's a very probably troubling detour, but that's what it was at the time, and it's probably the same now, irrespective or regardless. So yeah, I'm the dude from Decoloniality London. I'm saying that because I'm only just blocking my face on YouTube because I imagine my ideas will probably circulate a bit wider, and at that point people tend to come up with reasons to find stuff in you. Like, that's where you're going to hear the youth from year 4 saying, oh, he stabbed me with a compass, or a teacher's going to say he barged past me in nursery, and come up with all type of stuff. So the people who know who I am, but for the wider anonymous world, who will probably give me wider support, I'm just eyes, not even a face, or well, not even the Batman thing. I'm doing the reverse. Hold on. Yeah, Batman does that thing, so yeah, I'm right. I read something actually that says the reason Batman shows half of his face is to show police officers that he's white. It's kind of interesting still. We've got Our Lady here, Jamaican. I love the Jamaican people. No relation. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone, but I still love them. What else have I got? Some stand-up shit. Sit. I said sit. Okay. Do not misconstrue. I said sit. So I don't want to swear on this because they'll find any excuse to block this. But this is child friendly. So I say stand-up shift. And I think that's about it. I'm also void of any football posters, which is incredible because football is so important to me, so much so I'm actually watching the Champions League final from 2009, but I can't really adjust because we're on a tight one-man budget right now. So I think I've been chatting breeze for 6 minutes. I mean, I've got 23 minutes left to try and get through these ideas. So what's this about? I'll probably add that in afterwards. I think this is just some reflections about the COVID situation and general ideas. Probably a theorist, a thinker, someone who structures thought, and that's why I'm sharing this waffle for the time being. And yeah, I'll probably improve as with my diction and enunciation, etc. etc. So what's been going on? Living with others, upbringing, let's begin there. I've been staying with someone, let's say family, friend, family, for about 3 weeks, and it's funny because I've known them well in excess of 10 years. But as my pops used to say, come see me, come live with me, two different things. And so living with this person, I came to appreciate that I just did not know them almost at all. And it hurt me when I saw some of the ways, some of the things they were doing, how they were carrying themselves. And it was that thing about, because this was a black male, I'm thinking along the lines of you're structured societally to have contempt for black males and their bodies. That's my thinking anyway. I don't know if you agree, but that's my thinking, okay? So I'm thinking, benefit of the doubt, all the strippiness I see you doing, I'm going to step back and just excuse it or brush over, but still keeping score, you know what I'm saying? And then tutus, I give them some responsibilities to see how they do it, and I could go into detail, and I will go into detail. For example, asking them to cook and watching to see if they take more than they give. Now there's a saying that in this world you could be a taker or a giver. The takers eat better, the givers sleep better. But it's kind of like say this person was just using this as a space, just to use and expend and consume rather than contribute, rather than share, rather than offer. So I start to see really secretive ways of trying to be private. Someone's hiding and concealing stuff from me. And I'm not really like that because my phone, this BlackBerry, which ain't nobody teething, it don't even have a lock on it. This broke-up phone with the mash-up screen at the back, which is filming, it don't even have a case to begin with, but it don't have a lock on it. My door, which someone kicked in, I wish I knew, it don't have a lock in it. I usually keep it open. I leave this shared house because I like to be as open as I can. As they say on the cows, as much honesty as one can bear. That's what I try to abide by. So anyone could come in, jam, sleep at this yard. As you can see, the bed nice, it warm, it have everything. So I'll just leave it as that. However, as one of my friends said, I have a bleeding heart. I'm almost too giving, and I assume others have wider interests or my interests at heart, as it were. But pull it this way to make sense out of the thing. In my house when we grow up, you can't make tea for yourself. The second Eto's just scored for the football fans, so it's that 10-minute mark. I watch games on double speed, by the way, so I can process things quicker, but it's that mark when United had about 2 chances on pushing and Eto comes scores, and that bad boy celebration leading into detour. Back to what I was saying. So my yard, growing up, if you boil a kettle, you better bring out 5 cups. Yeah, I had to make tea for everyone. It was just that there was only 2 times when, because of that situation, you wanted to boil tea when everyone was asleep or when everyone was out. Otherwise, you ain't making it for yourself, you're making it for everyone. Same way, when you eat, you make sure you bring back something for the family. So it's an environment of giving I we, as the Rasta say, I we. And no, what was I saying? Yes, I. That thing there. Yeah, you know, yes, I. You are me, I am you. We. What's that Muhammad Ali thing? I, we, or blah, 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 etc. So that's my upbringing. Now, when I'm watching this person and I'm seeing that you just come to take from my yard, you're just eating with no sense of appreciation, no desire to give back to the space, and then you're buying stuff and trying to keep it to yourself or keep it in your hidden bag, and you're carrying with all type of ways, which, you know, is PHUCKRY. It's like, now I see that although we've known each other for 10 years, I don't actually know you, because our value systems are different. I come to give and share with everyone that I come into contact with. Your philosophy is almost, you know, the Iceman inheritance thing of scarcity, and it told me it was a conflict, a clash of two world views. And then on top of that, I mean, there's a number of things, such as you tell them you delegate tasks like cooking, and then you see you're not actually buying stuff, you're just using the stuff which I've purchased to cook. So you're cutting corners, so you're cheap, and that's nasty. Yeah, you're nasty. That's the one thing that got to me. Yeah, you do not have the principles, the dignity to go out and bring something back. You have the right to the whole yard to yourself. Okay, us in this yard, because there are other people, they don't even come out. So you got the whole yard, you ain't paying rent on our strippiness like that. So it's calm and airy situation. I'll tell you to cook. What you want to do is use the resources here, and I'll do a little 5 minutes on the stove, cook, done. It just look cheap. And I speak to my hairdresser a lot because, yeah, I have hair underneath this. It's not a wig, in case you're wondering. It's not a bald head. I've got hair. And you know, my hairdresser said there's people who come into the shop, get their hair done once, and then bounce. And they probably do that thing, don't stink. Yeah, that's fine. Or they do that, no, that's not that messy. And it really showed me the way this person was. And I guess what this blog would be about. That's Dutty People Dem. But it showed me this person was content to just get by. Like, you don't do your hair just when it needs to get done. You do your hair when you want it to be presentable. This person showed me a way of living whereby they just want to get by. They just want to do enough. Now, during this lockdown, COVID choppiness, I've been outside of my yard. I wake up at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock latest, and I mean rare occasions. I go to the park for 2 hours. I have a training regime, because I got that posterior tilt thing, so I need to tighten up my abs and push the thing forward, and then the bow-legged thing. So these are a bit weak, and then the flat feet, so I need to raise my arches, and it's a struggle, it's difficult. You have to be committed to the whole thing. So that's what I do every day, and I burn about 2 hours. I wake up, shower, do all of them things there, I'm something, and then I run to the park. And to be consistent, to do that for a month, to do that every day, it's hard work. You have to be on top of your game. It's not mediocre. You can't cut corners. It's about excellence. What this person was doing was cutting corners. They weren't in pursuit of greatness. They weren't about controlling or ordering things or bringing structure. They're about destructiveness and taking and selfism, as they promote in the West, or this backwardsness of Babylon, as the people then say. And it just showed me your worldview, your outlook, your way of thinking. It's not only foreign to mine, it's antagonistic to mine. Because all you want to do is just destroy what I have for the sake of giving you peace. You know, they say you did what made you happy. It was that whole thing. You're not, you know, they say you're selfish. The guy that was chopping this, so you only think about yourself. Well, it was more than that. It was crack addict behavior. That's what it was akin to. Oh, that's my goal. I'm gonna get that goal no matter what. You know, so it was a nitty behaviour that I was coming to see from someone. And I even have to chat to my pops, and I was like, oh pops, this person, they're dirty, like I can't live with them. The stuff they're doing is actually making me sick to my core, because it showed me your values, your ethics, your morals. And yo, I am far from a saint, you know there's a thing about when it comes to discussing other sins, we're all suddenly saints. Well, I'm far from that. That's probably another reason I read this. Someone putting like, hold on, ain't that dirty, but they're that greasy. Yeah, I don't want none of that. Anyway, it made me appreciate living with this person, that I am not them. And although we've come up from different places, and we've just happened to meet, and because we've met, and we might even speak the same, we assume we're the same, but we're not, we're very different people. They just reminded me a lot of things that my parents would say growing up about, in this country, the people are so backwards, so you can relate to them, but don't ever think you identify with them. Don't ever mistake and think they're your people. They're not. They're black, but they're British, or they're English, and their thinking is of this place. It's not of back home. It's not of somewhere else. So even when they speak like back home or carry the flags and all of that strippiness, nah. They're imitating you almost, and they do it to perfection where you think you're the same people. But study their behavior. Two different peoples, yeah. So that's what really troubled me. And again, it's the vulnerability, because you give so much of yourself in situations, and it's the realization about, I expect a lot more of others than they expect of themselves. And so, you know the saying about never turn a hoe into a housewife? That's pretty much what I was doing here. Because that translates to, for me, never take people more seriously than they take themselves. But I hold myself to a very high standard, I think, at least. I assume they would do the same and demand the best of themselves. I want to improve situations that you enter into. But no, they didn't have that almost value, that principle. And there was so much I wanted to tell them, and I had to say, I prefer if you left today. Or, I think I said the exact words, you can't stay. I need you out by today, unfortunately. And I summed it up by saying, you cut corners. And it was not all of the truth, but it was the truth. And that almost was, you know, they say the spirit speaks, so the spirit moves. It was the spirit moving in me, because that's where that come from. Because it summed up all their behavior. It was to do with cutting corners. You're not thorough, you're not attentive, you're not responsive, you don't see the detail. And all of this is, you do not have the priorities in place. And it's vexing me now, because when you see it, your priorities are warped. All you're trying to do is get by for yourself. And you're like a butterfly, because you got this little safe environment where you don't have to labor, you don't have to toll, or no one's really screaming in your ear, and it seems on the surface where it's just casual and calm. You're not putting your shift in. You know, you're on the team, you're a passenger. Everyone's putting their work on the team, and you're just there coasting, getting jiggy, trying to bobble at the side of them thing there. But you're not doing no work. Actually, we're shipping goals now because of you. You're a liability. That's what this person came to be, a liability. And again, it shows, you know the Maya Angelou thing, when someone shows you their colours, even if it is her that say it, believe them. It was a lot of that. Character is who you are in the dark. Or just show yourself when you think you're not being seen. And don't get me wrong, because boy, if it ever did come out that all my conversation I had in there was being recorded, I'm probably going to jump off a cliff, you know, under the shame and dirtiness me leave it. But same way, who are you in the dark? Who are you when you're not being watched? And don't get me wrong, we make mistakes. We do some grease things where it's like, that didn't happen. But to constantly live with this person and see, this isn't what you do, it's who you are. You've actually sickened me. And the peak of it, I think as well, because I had to say it to my pops, and that's why I call them my pops today, because he did kick me out when I was younger, because I was going into some foolishness. If I look back now, he said a lot of stuff to me, and I remember stuff almost verbatim, if not paraphrasing. It was along the lines that you just come here, you stop, you just almost give nothing to the situation, like you just come for take from the situation. That is in effect what he's saying to me. It's just gone blank. But when I was watching this person's behaviour, it was that thing, that crackhead behaviour. That's the only thing. That's the only word I have for it. Nitty, Susie from down the road, is type of behaviour. And it was sickening. It was sickening to say the least. So there's a quote from the film Street Fighter, that trash movie, one of the worst films. Mortal Kombat Annihilation and that big pun movie, of course, Urban Menace. They are ahead of Street Fighter, but Street Fighter is high up on the worst movies ever made. But still, there's the quote in Street Fighter that says, if I never met you, I would have become you. Same like when they got the bookies, you know, Boys to Men. Gentrification, why is there a crack shop on every corner of the bookies? But I like going past the bookies, because I see these youths who are done out here, and I'm like, okay, not gonna become you, definitely not becoming you. You're finished, you're trash, you're done for, not becoming you. So then my inspiration was same like this person. This person was so antagonistic and so backwards to what I believe in and how I've been brought up. They actually brought my values to the forefront. They pushed me to realize and to deeply appreciate how I've been brought up. I think they call it contradistinction, but we define ourselves in opposition to others. You know the thing of, I don't know what God is, but I know what God isn't. Well, seeing this person, it's like, I can't say what my values are, but I definitely know what my values are. So one of the key things was, I tell the person, because I'm one of them people, I like order. Like, I could probably bring someone into this room right now. There'll probably be a few things where like, yo, that colour don't match. As you can see, this green thing and these is not working with that. It's a bit backwards up in there. But I think in there it's clean. It could be better. Even as I'm looking around, it look a bit, scrappy. It could do with some work, some sharpening. I'm gonna have to touch up when this is done. I value order. That thing when you go into people's yards and I see plates in the kitchen, I'm like, nah. I like the plates done so I could come in the sink, it's done. So one of my things is, don't put food on the floor. My hairdresser taught me that. Elevate where you eat from, where you sleep, etc. Clean up after yourself, basics. What's next? Do not leave stupidness or mess at the side. Have order and structure, that's what it is. And I've kept drilling that stuff and I keep saying it. Now the key thing is, I come downstairs and I decided to do something, which I don't usually do, because you know they say, woman test, man. So I started to test. I let the bin flow. I don't like bins, I don't like bins in my room. And so the one I do have, I make the effort, or I endeavour to take out before it gets to that dirty level of just rising, spilling over. You know the episode of The Simpsons where everyone's like, they're playing Jenga with it, one more thing until their tips? Yeah. Nah, can't run on, yeah. So I thought, let me just leave the bin to see what this person's values are, to see what they do, see if you're going to actually take out the bin or what. Now the first thing, they got Nando's, they left the Nando's at the side. And I'm like, why did you leave something so big? And so I tell them, I pointed to it. And they looked at the bin like, oh, because I weren't going to fit. The logical thing to do was to take out the bin. So the box, what they didn't, for me it looked like they didn't want to put the Nando's thing in the bin, blah blah blah. Left it. They squeeze it into the bin. I come back the next day, wake up, walk downstairs. I see the bin overflowing. I see a milk carton and apple wrapper at the side. And it seemed like the smallest thing, but I kept telling this person the small things is the big things. Which is why even when I told them, you keep cutting corners, they seen that piece of it. Because they knew they were going with trampiness. And the fact you don't really protest, either you're that deeply hurt, I have to kick you out or send you out. Or you're such a backwards person, you think you're going to get away doing this stuff because I'm not addressing it directly or immediately. Not realizing I'm just watching and taking note and keeping score all the time. So it's like you're taking the mick to begin with, or you're just backwards as a person and you've got no principles, or you yourself are counted down till you get kicked out. Either way, I'm still keeping score with this person, I'm judging you. You're kind of like, you know when people, you walk around them, there's a, why does this person always smell funky? Well, you're keeping checks and balances, that's what it was. That's what's happened with this person. So I was checking a lot of what they were doing. Then eventually I come downstairs, I see that, I was like, you know what? The first thing was disgust. It was like a car crash to me, like I hit a car crash. And then that was the final, the final straw. It was an epiphany that I really was just not like this person. It showed everything about who they are and what they intend and how they see the space and how they see me, because it was so insulting to my being. It made me sick. And I just knew there, when men do something and a woman just loses respect and it's like, starts to see with contempt, all of that was seething, building up the contempt, it was all crystallizing that action. Your negligence, your indifference just came across as contempt. The fact you'll leave this dirty mess at the side in a space which you've been welcomed into. And I've overlooked a lot of stuff. I'm still keeping school, but I'm overlooking, or if not overlooking, I'm minimizing it. Now you show me who you are because the pressure's on you. The test was to see if you're going to take out the bin, or if you're going to be a tramp. You show me a dirty person, you show me you're a tramp because you left the thing there. And you just left it because, as far as you're concerned, it's good enough. That's what really got to me with this person. That was good enough to make someone come down and see mess, knowing full well this person had structure and order. When I saw them leaving the bin there and putting the stuff at the side, it was that moment where I just split from them. I couldn't be around them. Like when a guy wants to touch a girl and she's like, oh, you dirty hands from me. It was that. So much so that when we told them to leave, I came upstairs and I saw them still here. I couldn't be in the same room. I had to go sleep downstairs. This person was so disgusting to me physically. I could not be around them. I've just not been brought up with that nastiness. Like, my stepdad who did raise us, you know when mom comes through the door and you're like, you know, say the fight's gonna break out, the thin air is gonna get attacked, the water's gonna get yelled at, the walls are gonna get some type of destructive energy coming their way, or some insults heard at them. It was that thing. My pops was a similar thing, but we really appreciate my pop. I remember my stepdad did come through the door. And did you look clean? Did you look clean? Did you look clean? It was like negotiating a situation, or we was ransoning something, because if he did see any mess, licks. And that's how I got brought up, and I came to appreciate how important it is to order things as best as you can. You won't get everything, you know. I'll probably run my thing everywhere, you see some dust or something. But he taught us to be a bit more attentive. Meticulous, yes, that was his goal. But see the detail. Don't be trampy. So when I see the nastiness this person is going rude, and then I remember how I'm brought up, and I said to myself, I can't correct you, because you don't have the priorities. This ain't important to you. You're nasty as a person. You're sick almost. And the type of person like that with such weak character, you're gonna sell me out. Some situation, you don't even value the place, the space. You don't know principles. Just sell me out. You're in for yourself. You get whatever you can. I can't trust you. You sick person. You disappoint me. I cannot respect you as a male, as a man, or nothing. We're just family, friend, whatever. But you can't be around me. You need to leave the space. You can't be around me physically. You sicken my core. And what it is you may have thought you're being funny or smart with that gesture of just leaving the thing at the side, or you may have thought you were saving yourself or above putting bins. I don't even business, but in trying to make yourself look classy, made yourself look cheap. It's akin to, you know, people like, imagine say I didn't shower, but I'm like, I don't want to waste water. People are dying back home. It'll be like that. You'll be like, move. No, can't move. Same thing, or as my hairdresser love to say, there's people who just don't come back to the shop because they're trying to save money. But your hair's a mess, and your hair's important, just like what you put on your feet is important. Matter of fact, even this bed, I just buy it. I had some trampy thing the other day. Anyway, I heard a woman grandma, she said, there's two things you should spend money on in your life, your shoes or your bed, because if you're not in one, you're in the other. Mind you, Asata Shakur said it's not what's in your head. It's not what's on your head, it's what's in your head. Moving along, or to continue. This has taught me to really be a lot more critical and take note, because they say relationships or relating to people, the signs you said at the beginning, you're going to see them at the end. And that's what this was. Your indifference, which is making me resent you. This resentment spills so much now that you need to leave, because you're not improving. We can't keep correcting you. You need to correct yourself. It's like in a football team. Your coach ain't going to keep saying, hey, for the 50th time, come and get it. It's like, you can't do the job? Alright, have a good one in the lower leagues. Just don't gotta come around here. Same thing. Cut. Bounce. That's what it was. I had to tell them, leave. Do not. I can't be around you. Can't do something. Because we can't correct you so much. If you need correction, it means this is not a part of you. It's not you forgot, as they kept saying, oh, just forgot. No. You're just nasty. We're from two different worlds. You know, like when they call you monkey, how much times it's not, just had an accident, I got black friends. It's like, you can't keep doing the same thing. You must truly think I'm a monkey, and the accident is you let it be known. Well, you can't keep being trampy. You must be a tramp. And it's just, the fake accident is like, oh, I just forgot. No. We come from two different worlds. I'm going to leave it there. I don't know if this was constructive. I'm going to see if it's whack. I'm just going to make this a private video. But either way, it's my first. Thank you for listening. And as I like to say, if anyone is being offended by anything said, done, or written, nothing personal, take it collectively. Guidance.